happy Thursday. Today, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, I am bringing to you a chicken and broccoli stir-fry recipe. It is so delicious. I made this over the weekend and my son and I devoured it. It was gone by next day. So it is so amazing. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you try and enjoy it. So let's get going. Okay. Now, first we're going to start off with the broccoli. This is for the broccoli and chicken stir fry. Right now I'm going to add 2 cups of broccoli, but eventually I am going to go in and put a 1/3 cup of broccoli. Next I'm going to pull out some mushrooms, and I buy whole mushrooms and then I slice them because we're going to call for 1 pound of sliced mushrooms. And like I said, I usually just buy them whole and slice them up myself, but you can get sliced mushrooms, and I just use the plain white mushrooms. I wash them off really well, really good, and then slice them up, and you will see me slice up these mushrooms. It takes a little while to slice them up, and then after the mushrooms we're going to do the chicken, and then we're going to start cooking. Okay, now I'm using just plain chicken breast out here. First we're going to see, I'm adding that 1 more cup of broccoli and making sure they're in nice decent size florets. I typically just buy a whole thing of a broccoli head and then just slice them up. And now we're going to do the chicken, and I have 1 pound of chicken breast strips here, and now I'm just going to cut them up into about 1/2 inch pieces. I'm just cutting them into like 1/2 inch pieces, because then after we finish cutting them we're going to saute them up. Now I am going to take a 12-inch saute pan. I am adding 1 tablespoon of sesame oil to the pan, and then a teaspoon of classic olive oil. Just kind of gives it a little, it doesn't really add any flavor, it just kind of helps with the cooking and sauteing of the chicken. Now I'm adding the chicken to the pan, and I'm going to saute it. Usually maybe takes about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how small pieces that you cut. If you cut 1-inch pieces, it's going to take a little longer than half-inch pieces. But I'm going to saute them up really good. Next you're going to see they are done and sauteed. Once all the chicken pieces are white or light brown, now you're going to add in the sliced mushrooms. I'm going to stir them up, get them into the liquid from the chicken. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of honey here. I'm going to stir it up really nice, make sure the chicken has the honey as well as the mushrooms. Then I'm going to cover it, and I am going to let it cook, let all the juices come out of the mushrooms, cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. You'll see when the mushrooms get nice and soft here, and your pan is about halfway full of liquids because all that liquid has come out of the out of the mushrooms. You're going to uncover it, and then you're going to add the broccoli to it. Okay, and then you're going to stir the broccoli in, incorporate everything, and you're going to cover it again for about 5 to 10 minutes, just to make sure that broccoli is nice and kind of soft, sauteed. You're going to make sure the broccoli is soft. Like I said, it usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes. You just have to keep an eye on it. And now you have a good bit of liquid in there, and you're going to leave it uncovered for another about 5 minutes and let that liquid reduce nice and well. And your liquid, see how I showed you there? It showed that the liquid is real thin. You're going to let it reduce until you have a thicker consistency, and you see there now the liquid has reduced, your broccoli is nice and soft, your mushrooms are nice and sauteed. You're going to add about a tablespoon of, I have black and white sesame seeds. You can use all black, you can use all white. I like them mixed together. Then I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of sea salt. I'm going to just put the garlic powder in there, and I do it kind of to taste. Sometimes I add a little more, sometimes I add a little less of the garlic, but you don't want to add too much of the garlic. You also don't want to add too much salt. We said, like I said, we're adding about a teaspoon of salt to the recipe. Then you're going to stir it up, and then once you stir it up, you leave it cook, let it cook for 1 or 2 minutes, just until it's nice incorporated. Everything is nice and, coated with the sauce from the bottom with the sesame oil. It gives it a great flavor. And the honey as well. That honey and the sesame oil mixed together is just amazing. There is your ingredients as well as your nutritional facts. You can pause the video to get all that information. But I hope that you try this and you like it. It is a really great recipe. So I hope you enjoy it. Come back, like, and subscribe. And I will see you on Sunday. Have a good day. Bye-bye.